Grab me by the ankles, throw me on the bed, and stomp me in the balls tonight. Anyways, so yeah, I didn't explain it properly. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a clip just for you or I'm going to post it to YouTube, but who gives a fuck. I did not get into... See, what happened was I completely forgot about it in the very first clip. And then I made a sequel to the clip and then kind of went off into another kilter, off into another little direction. And so I didn't actually explain properly. So I guess this will be part 3. If you stop sending me messenger shit and interrupting me and distracting me, but that's okay. I didn't explain the whole dinosaurs created the pyramids. And I don't want to recap all that, but again, just as a quick synopsis, I guess I'll have to. I don't want to say theory, but this is something I was kind of dicking around with. Essentially, God is light, and the closer you get to light, the more time stops. If you reach light, or I don't even know if you can go past that, then time ultimately stops. And the Bible says that God dwelt among Adam and Eve. He dwelt among the garden. So if he is there and he is light, and the Bible says he is light, that there would be and I use the term time dilation field around the garden. So the garden would be basically outside of time as God dwelt there. While the rest of the world and the rest of the universe would continue to go forward. So you could technically have your dinosaurs with your people right within however many feet or miles, however long that dilation field lasts. You could have 65 million years of dinosaurs and bullshit. All the while Adam and Eve, So yeah, you could technically have your 6 days of creation, in a way. But whatever. There's ways around that. So my initial thought was that I'm going on the belief that there were dinosaurs and people in the same time vein. And again, I use the time dilation field as an idea of potential. And I believe they were. I do believe there was a crossover. Now, there was an extinction event. I'm not taking that away. I don't buy all the time, like the way that people want to set the time up, like 65 million years ago and blah blah blah. I don't buy all that because I don't totally agree with carbon dating. Because again, you could have something sent to 8 different places to come up with 8 different time frames. So whatever. I'm taking it more of a natural. This is what we have. I think humans and dinosaurs did coexist, or at least cross over slightly. Because there's that famous, what the fuck you call it? Whatever the fuck it's called, where you see the dinosaur footprint and the man footprint, and they're running along the beach. They're running along the beach together. Now, either there was a catastrophe, or the dinosaur was chasing a man, or the man was chasing... Who the fuck knows? But there's that famous... people want to debunk it or whatever. But it's you literally see a footprint, you see a dinosaur track. And it's a pretty big dinosaur track. Now, I will say that I don't think the dinosaurs post-flood were as big as the ones pre-flood, like 65 million years ago. So when I say that, they were basically just, they could have been elephant size, whatever. Or they could have been big, I don't know. Because I think there would have been a little bit of carryover from all of that. Because people want to say that the flood, that'd be pre-flood, and every culture has a flood narrative. So to say that it didn't happen, like I said, everyone has a pre-flood. There's, I don't remember the exact number, but there's a crap ton of. Everybody's got one. So it's not just it's the Bible. No. Everybody had a flood narrative. Okay. Which I get. Basically, if every aspect of the ice sheets and everything like that all melted, you'd have a pretty deep flood. I don't know if every aspect would be like every mountaintop would be covered, but you know, it would be pretty floodworthy. I mean, it would just, you know, holy shit. Now, we do know that the Earth has got fucked up on the axis a couple times. What is it, like 5 degrees off or something like that? Well, that's a big deal. I mean, now imagine if there was a pole shift and it turned almost like a little doorknob. Okay, you're fucked. Okay, because we could have had a planet where it was just warm 24/7. Now, some people want to say that there was water in the outer atmosphere and it was like a blanket. That's what the creationists want to say. I don't know about all that. I'm not going to get into that. Let's say it was. Doesn't matter if it was or not. Although if it did, it would basically... Actually, it seemed like it would... It seemed like if there was water in the outer atmosphere, it would just, like, be super, super hot. Like, really hot. Like sauna kind of hot. Like, holy shit, we're all going to die hot. But I do believe that pre-flood, there was higher oxygen levels. There was different environments that would foster larger growth animals. Now, if you're going to talk mutations and shit, if things were in the proper perspective of a mutation, then what if the larger an animal grows, the more mutations you see? So you see all these dinosaurs with like bones and shit sticking out of its dick and stuff and whatnot, which we see now. I mean, we actually do see that. That is a thing. That sometimes these certain aspects do go out of control. The bigger they get, the more out of control they get. So that's actually not far-fetched, now that I think about it. So anyways, my point was, I think there was dinosaurs and people. So when God threw Adam and Eve out of the garden, there was some dinosaurs, or at least lizard-esque. Now, I am saying that maybe the lizards were the fallen angels. Maybe they took on that form. Maybe I think they manipulated the DNA, because if you look at the whole point, God created perfect, and Lucifer wants to bastardize. So, what DNA did he hit? Because if you notice, if you read the Bible, we know that there were dinosaurs. Now, why would God create a T-Rex and say, oh, yeah, let's put him in downtown Manhattan? He just wouldn't. So, okay, what if God created the brontosaurus, or the herbivores, and Satan, Lucifer, whatever, the fallen angels, the entities, if you will, from whatever dimension, whatever you want to call it, or aliens, whatever the fuck you want to call it, manipulated the DNA and created the T-Rex? What if they... Because I know stupid Christians are like, you know, oh, Satan put the dinosaur bones in the earth to, you know, confuse people. Oh, what if he actually did? What if he actually did? What if he manipulated the reptilian DNA? Now, it does say that Lucifer is referred to as a reptile. He is referred to as Satan, which is usually thought of as a, you know, Leviathan is another word. Serpent in the garden. The dragon of old. You know, shit like that. Or actually, it's whatever. Serpent of old. Dragon. He's referred to as these things. So, what if they manifest themselves in a physical form, and they were they started mass producing DNA and shit and created dinosaurs, or manipulated the dinosaurs that were here, or something to that effect. That's what I'm saying. I mean, there's obviously no proof to any of this, but I'm just throwing it out there. So I'm saying that the dinosaurs were either fallen angels, or manipulated by fallen angels, or created by God and then manipulated by fallen angels. So when it comes to them building the pyramids, there's one of two possibilities. Either they were... Because what happened was, the fallen angels took women, female women, of their own, and started producing quote-unquote giants. Now I'm saying, what if the giants were dinosaurs? So what if they were reptilian-ish? What if they took on a reptilian form, the reptile people? Like, you see all these people, they got the reptile eyes and shit. I don't know if you've seen that stuff, but it's creepy as fuck. Now, I know it's just a lighting effect, but it looks creepy as fuck. But everybody has this narrative of a potential lizard people. So, I'm saying, okay, what if the lizard people were actually the demons? They took on that form. They took on that form. Because God said he would create man in his image. And then Eve was a clone of him through the rib. So, if you have the most dominant species at the time would have been lizards of some kind. Like humanoid or otherwise. So, what if like I said, took on that form? What if fallen angels took on that form and they were dicking around? Now, if you've got like a half humanoid, half lizard people that were quote-unquote giants, now you'd have these lizard, almost dinosaur. Now, I'm not talking dinosaurs like like Dino and shit. I'm talking like humanoid, like monstrosity fuckers. Okay? I'm talking like Anunnaki motherfucker kind of shit. Like big skull fucker, creepy little prick fucker is what I'm talking about. You could have that kind of stuff, potentially. Because, I mean, these people, these titans, if you will, would have been half human, half fallen angel. Whatever that entailed. And once the flood happened, they died. Their spirit didn't go to heaven. Their spirit didn't go to hell yet. Their spirits are roaming around. So you see all this shit with like these demons and stuff, and demon possession, and we saw it with Jesus and the pigs and shit. So these motherfuckers are still around. Now, one of the theories, and this isn't my theory, but this is just, is that pre-flood they were fucking around with the DNA. And this is where you get these little alien fuckers, these little greys. Now, if you look at the fucking greys, they look like fetuses. They do. They look like walking fetuses. So what if they are nondescript, non-distinct humanoid, I guess you would say, experiments, basically a blank shell that these fucking demons can inhabit, because they're still here. They've gone nowhere. They're still here. You can't see them, but they're here. So I'm saying that the remaining dinosaurs, and I'm saying there could have been 10, 15, 20, whatever, 100,000, who the fuck knows? I'm saying there could have been pockets in caves or something where there was like, a brontosaurus, like, okay, just sitting there for, 40 days, 40 nights, whatever the fuck the flood was. Okay, that's what I'm saying. And these fucking demonic pieces of shit inhabited them and created the pyramids. Now, it could go one of two ways. Either they were humanoid and they were like, and they were big, like Titan-looking motherfuckers, which would explain why the blocks were so goddamn big. Okay, I mean, it would explain why the blocks were so big, because they themselves were huge. Because again, if you're talking about, there was definitely a transition pre and post flood, and some of the post flood had to carry over into the pre-flood. Eventually, it died out, because right around then, God said that it basically wasn't good for man to live more than 120 years. So obviously he was living longer back then, pre-flood. So obviously there was a transition there. And I'm saying that some of the, shit carried over. And if it did, then you could have either regular dinosaurs, I'm talking like Flintstone kind of stuff, where Fred's in the thing and he's lifting up the rocks with the dinosaur's head. Or, I mean, basically, I'm thinking like huge hippos and kind of elephants and shit, just like pulling blocks and shit. That's what I'm thinking. Potentially, if the giants didn't do it. Or these fuckers inhabited these genetic mutated lizard people, these lizard humanoid fuckers, and they became kind of the titans and the giants. The titans, and I use, that word obviously because it has connotation with other culture ideas, created the pyramids. As opposed to, because if you think about it, a 6-foot dude carrying a fucking 300 billion ton block ain't happening ever. So either the motherfuckers were like huge, and I mean super huge. I'm talking like 50 feet tall huge. Okay, and there's a bunch of them. I'm talking like David and Goliath kind of shit. Which, again, there is possibly scientific evidence that says that there could have been giants. Now, I do think if there were giants, there'd be a lot of people want to cover that shit up. So, now there's also a lot of hoax too. So, I don't know where I stand on that. But if it happened, it would make sense. Because again, you got tall motherfuckers making big ass blocks. Now they're big ass blocks to us, but not to the big ass motherfucker. I mean, seriously. If I built a block, it would probably be, 100 pounds, and it would be, the size of a little chest. You put a whole bunch of them together and you build a little pyramid. And that's from an almost 6 foot person. So now if you're 50 feet tall, your little chest becomes, I don't know, the size of a fucking whale. Each block, the taller you get. Who the fuck knows? Because there's speculation that Adam and Eve were actually giants. I mean, compared to us. So there were giants, and then there were giants. Okay, because, I mean, think about it. If the atmosphere was set up where you could achieve 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet, and they were what we are today, like around 6 feet, now imagine a giant to them. Holy shit, that, like the Bible says, we would look like grasshoppers before then. Now, I'm not saying, whatever, I'm just saying, So you got something, now think about this. Now imagine if you got something that's like a 6 foot, no, I'm not saying it's going to be like that, but imagine somebody's toe, it's like 6 feet. Like you actually look like a grasshopper. Okay, now it's a big motherfucker. I don't think that was ever a case. But I do think that giganticism could have run rampant. Okay, I do think that. I mean, because you're talking people would be left to their own devices in a lot of ways. Now, and then again, if you got aliens or fallen angels that are manipulating the DNA to actually create this stuff, to actually do this, to bastardize it, I mean, think about it. God creates something that's supposed to be perfect and wonderful. The fallen angels come and they teach us how to build weapons and how to carve stone and all this bullshit. Well, think about it. What's going on today? We see these pyramids, we don't know how they're built. They're huge. The blocks are huge. You look at, like, Kobeke Temple or Babeke Temple, whatever the fuck name that thing is. And some of these other temples and shit where they have these rocks that are literally just almost like fused together. They're like these walls and shit, and they're just perfectly seamless, like fit together. And we can't even figure out how the fuck they move the shit. Like, you look at those fucking obelisks. There's a place where one was being carved out of the stone, and it's still like in the ground, and we don't know how the fuck this shit they moved it. Well, imagine if you're huge. Wouldn't be that far-fetched, would it? I mean, now imagine if the Titans were real. Imagine if that shit was real. Like, I think there's some legitimacy to, quote-unquote, the underworld. Now, actually, this is another thing I want to talk about. Flat fucking Earth. What if, and I'm just going to throw this out there. Now, I mentioned this to you, but I want to try to explain this. Because I had a, I don't want to say an epiphany or a vision, but what if Earth is flat, but it's inside a round, dome, spherical, whatever the fuck you want to call it, planet? In other words, we look at it as if everything's all fine and good, and basically you have this round, round terra firma, this little ball, and then there's an atmosphere around that. We look at it as like a circle within a circle. What if it's not? Now picture like a submarine sandwich, like a long 6 foot submarine sandwich. Now you take that thing and you shove it inside of a balloon. Now picture that what you've got. You've got a flat surface with a round thing around it. What if that's how Earth is? Because I'm telling you right now, something that has bugged me for a long fucking time. Now I understand people say, well, what about the eclipses and blah 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 and flat Earth, ha ha ha. Okay, but one thing that does bug me is Southern Hemisphere flights. When you look at the Southern Hemisphere flight, like for example, WWE was just in Chile, and one of the wrestlers had to quickly overnight because they had some illnesses. One of the wrestlers from the other brand had to fly up to, I don't know, Minnesota or some fucking shithole, and they were in Chile. Now, if you look at the map, if you're looking at a globe map, why does it take 16 hours to go from Chile straight up to wherever the fuck they were? It does not take 18 hours to do that. Now, if you look at a flat Earth, and you look at the different destinations that they had to go and almost zigzag around to get back up and around the other side, and it takes 18 hours, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That is extremely fucked up. Because, no, if you took the map and laid it out in a flat Earth model, and you look at where the points, the destination, because there was, because if you're going 18 hours, and you've got different places, like you'll fly to one place, you'll connect to another flight, and you go to another place, so on and so forth, and you connect the fucking dots, you see that it's not a spherical world. It isn't. The flight patterns don't even register the southern hemisphere. That is something that was really weird to me when I saw that, because like flight control does not even register that shit. There's a point when you go off grid, like you literally go over the side and off grid. That's what it feels like, and it's weird, because if we are a spherical terra firma, there's no such thing. Now, to be fair, there are line of sight issues, so maybe that could be part of the issue. But even still, you should still have, at this point, we should still have line of sight. Because obviously, if it's a sphere, and you draw like a triangle over it, then yeah, there's a difference between that triangle and then the one underneath it, obviously. So there would be maybe a transition, but we don't even register any of that stuff in the southern hemisphere. If you get to a certain spot, you literally go off grid and then you just pop back in when you get up and around the other side. It's insane. It's legitimately insane when you think about how creepy that is. And that's something we do every single solitary day. Nobody bats an eye at it. And that is one of the things that definitely made me think twice about potential flat Earth. Now, I think the Earth, the terra firma part, the actual ground, is flat. Because you could literally have flat Earth with a spherical, circular, almost like a marble, if you will. Like you look at those marbles, those see-through ones, and have that little wave of shit going through it. That wave of shit obviously would be the land, and again, I picture it like a submarine sandwich, like a long, like. Now imagine things like Egyptians with the underworld being literally the southern continent, or now obviously I think that's a little more spiritual-ish, like other dimension type stuff, but that could be an interesting little twist on things too, because they've always had the whole day and night thing, and the whole like Anubis and Ra. There was some of that stuff going on where it was like there was almost like an us versus them, and there's definitely some interesting well, for example, like if you have a clogged drain and you unclog it in the northern hemisphere, it goes clockwise, and then in the southern it goes counterclockwise. That's just freaky to me when I think about that. Now I understand the scientific thought behind it, but it's kind of freaky when you think about it. That shit just randomly does something different because you're somewhere else. That's weird. I mean, that's weird shit when you think about it. So you could technically have flat Earth while having, because I'm sorry, I don't believe that it's all flat Earth, and I don't believe it's exactly the way they're telling us it is, because there's a lot of discrepancies. And I mean, if you just buy the typical narrative that, oh, it's NASA said it, so therefore, it's almost like the bumper sticker, like NASA said it, I believe it, that settles it. Almost like they have the Jesus one, which is just almost equally as bad. Not don't get me wrong, I dig Jesus, and I believe Jesus and all that stuff, but if there's an opportunity, I want to know how the shit works. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just be, I don't want to say blind faith, but I want to understand it. I want to be a part of it. Not in a Gnostic sort of way, but just in a fuck you sort of way. You know. Because if I can't explain it, how am I supposed to explain it to other people, you know? It's like, well, this happened, and this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and blah, 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 blah. You know? It's kind of like the idea of the rapture. If I don't get it, how am I supposed to explain it to other people? Now, the rapture is kind of cool because, especially if you relate it to, like, computers and shit, where, like, you take your hard drive and you upload it to the cloud, and then your computer dies, and you get a newer model computer, and you download everything from the cloud into your new computer. It's a very similar process. Which is actually interesting when you look at things like reincarnation. The Bible does say there will be reincarnation. Now, it's a one-time reincarnation. We will be given spiritual bodies. The signal, the energy signal that we adhere to will be uploaded to a new spiritual body. So there will be a one-time reincarnation. Because now if you look at everything, you could look at even the eyes, you can look at the fingerprints, the DNA, everything about every single human being is unique. There are no copies to that. So you think about the zillions of people that have lived throughout history, we were all unique and different. There was no copies. So I would have to assume that the unique energy signature that we have is just that, unique, and not something that can be reproduced. So the only way you could have reincarnation is if a week, a month, late, whatever, after you've died, your energy signature, that whatever that signature is somehow duplicated randomly through another person that's born in your consciousness, like, oh, like almost like a radio wave, and goes right back into that body. That's the only way that could work. Now, is it possible with the gazillions and trillions of people that have lived? Maybe, but not. It's not going to be. It's going to be very random. Let's put it that way. It would be very, very random. I mean, it'd be like, you know, randomly tuning into a news station. I mean, the odds would just be insane, because I think it's a unique signature. I think it has to be a unique signature because everything else about us is unique. Now, people may look similar because I think there's like, what, 15... There's like 15 different variants of facial features. And eventually they will map themselves out again so that somebody looks like somebody else, and so on and so forth. You will see similarities in that. But as far as like DNA and fingerprints and stuff, we are all uniquely unique. And I would assume that would carry over to the frequency as well, the energy signature. I could be wrong. Maybe there is reincarnation. I don't know, but I don't think so. I think it has to be. And if there is just random reincarnation in that regard, then I think it is very, very, very limited. Very limited. Not enough where you could put an entire culture's spiritual belief behind it. Or it's like, oh, Uncle Jimmy died last week, and look, a baby cow. It's Uncle Jimmy. Let's worship the baby cow and let him poop in our water so we don't have any fucking clean water to drink from. And we wonder why we're sick and dying. But whatever, Uncle Jimmy's in the cow now. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because it just, the problem with that, it leaves way too much shit open. Because all we know is here and now. We don't know, oh gee, I might, if I fuck up here, I might come back as a cow, but I get to redo it again, so who knows, maybe you'll see me, a couple 100 years, I'll be back. I could try it again. I don't know, man. It's like dodgeball. There ain't no, you don't get a do-over. You get hit in the face with a ball, you're out. Okay, you're crying, that's it, you're out. There's no coming back unless somebody catches the ball. Well, I mean, hell, who knows? I don't know. I didn't write the rules. Who the fuck knows? But I doubt it. And again, if there is legit reincarnation, I think it's definitely very limited. But anyways, because if you take, and I'm going back to what I was saying, if you take my idea of flat Earth, you basically, now I seem to be finding myself wanting to find a middle ground between like evolution and the Bible. I seem to be doing that a lot, where it's like, oh, you can have evolution and the Bible. Well, again, if there was a time dilation field by God being light, being there, then you would basically have the rest of the universe going at a clip, while Adam and Eve, on whatever day it was, 5 or 6, whatever day it was, they were there too. Which would be kind of interesting, because everything outside the time dilation field, you would actually see the entire world literally, like, well, it depends, because if you're outside of time, it could take 65 million years for everything to work itself out, or 1 point whatever 3 billion years, trillion years, whatever the fuck. You could watch all that shit play itself out, but because you're outside of time, it'd almost be like a fast forward. So like, you're looking out the window and you literally see the seasons just rolling right by. You see the sun, it just literally spins around, and the seasons and the leaves change. It's like one of those stop animation, or not stop animation, the whatever that's called, where they do the thing when they speed everything up. That'd be kind of creepy. Can you imagine that, being inside this time dilation field while the entire universe is just going on? Fast forward for you, even though it's technically taken billions and trillions of years. Dude, that is weird. Oh my god. Like, imagine looking outside, like just looking over the hedge or something, like, hey, what's over there? And there's Satan and then the demon, just moving around real fast. I mean, can you imagine that shit? But the minute you're outside of that time dilation field, everything slows down, and it takes 65 million years, 100 billion years, fuck you in the years, whatever. That's creepy. That's some creepy shit. Dude, that's some creepy shit. Now, I'm not saying that's how it was. But imagine if that's how it was. Because technically, I guess in a way, if you're outside of time, then none of that stuff really matters. You're not sitting there watching second by second by second by second by second. And there's no real... I'm not sure how to say this, but there's no proof that time has been the same since the dawn of time. I mean, back in the very first 6 days, each day could have taken 65 million years. You don't know that. None of us know that. And then things kind of sped up to what we have now. Now, I mean, let's be honest, we kind of lose milliseconds of light every so how many, whatever. So who the hell knows? Now again, if you're God and you're outside of time, none of that shit matters. God was the only one here to witness it. So he was the consciousness that manifested everything. So to him, it was a day, while in reality it was billions of years. Because again, if he is going at the speed of light, then time ceases for him. Because again, if you look at the spooky action, see, that's interesting. If you look at the spooky action concept, where it's like we view things and it changes what it is, it changes the physicality of what it is. The only one that had a conscious mind at the beginning of time was God. And again, if he's going at the clip of speed of light, then who the fuck knows? You could have evolution and God in the same day, all within 6 days. So all these people who say, what did you... See, and that's another thing that bugs me, and I'm just going to throw this out there. Especially Americans, who say you can't create the universe in 6 days. Alright, fuck the universe. Let's say, can you create a world in 6 days? Now, I'm sorry, like, if you give somebody $1 million and say, you're the Wright brothers, go build a fucking plane and see if you can fly, to sit there and say, well, we can't do it because, it doesn't make sense, it's stupid, The universe is 1 billion years old, and, God said it was happening in 6 days. Well, that's stupid, we don't want anything to do with it. I'm giving you $1 million to prove it wrong. Guess what? People will find a way to prove it wrong. It's like anything else. It's like, all these nerds on PC, every time a game comes out, they data mine this shit within like 2 minutes. I mean, most of these companies, they put this DRM bullshit in there so that, nerd hackers can't get in there and figure it out. They literally pay thousands of dollars to have this code shit put into their games and stuff, and within 24 hours, shit's been hacked. And it's supposed to be unhackable, and these fuckers hack it. So you're telling me that especially with American culture, the way we are, that, if you put your mind to it, you can do anything. You're telling me we can't create a world in 6 days. That is completely impossible on every single solitary level of existence. Really? Really? I find that a little bit disturbing. I find that because the idea, seriously, you're telling me that you could not, now if you could do time dilation fields, like actually legitimately do it, you could create anything you want. Okay, if we could, I don't know, set up like a 3D printer that works with, instead of, material, like physical material, it actually worked with DNA, and it could actually read the DNA sequences and shit, and the code of life, and it could actually mass produce that shit, which is not very far-fetched. In fact, I think they're doing it already. You're telling me we couldn't mass produce a fucking planet? Or at least the livestock, or at least like animals and shit? I mean, if you got the DNA for a chicken, you could create a damn chicken. You're telling me that's scientific far-fetched? That you couldn't create a chicken in a day if we had the powerful equipment to do it. You're telling me that's just completely impossible to do. I'm sorry, that just limits reality, and I don't like that. Well, you can't create a world in 6 days because it was 65 billion years since the dinosaurs and blah, 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 blah. Who the fuck cares? It's irrelevant. Stop looking at it from your little blinders. Stop looking at it. I mean, we literally look at it with tunnel vision. It's like, oh, it has to be this, it has to be this. And if you're a Christian, you're looking through it the same way. Oh, God said this, so it has to be 6 days only, 6 days only, or 100 billion years on. No, it does not have to be. Stop looking at it like that. There are numerous ways you can have both evolution be a fact and disproven. Christianity concepts can be proven and be a fact. That's what's great about the whole situation. Because if you look at the universe is, but it also is not. Okay? Like, we exist, but we don't exist. That sounds like a contradiction, and in a way it is. I don't even know if we exist. I don't know if anybody exists other than me. I don't even know if I exist. Okay? I could be just a figment of imagination somewhere. I could be somebody else's figment of imagination. Okay? There's no proof that I exist outside of this body. There's no proof that I even exist inside this body. This consciousness idea, there's no proof that consciousness is actually me, like what I am, or what you are. There's no proof of that. We like to say, oh, it's us, it's us, it's us. What if it's not about us? What if it's not about it? What if this consciousness is God, and the bullshit of life has kind of tainted it, almost literally like grieving the spirit, literally, and we go back to the collective consciousness when we die? What if we don't even exist after that? Because all the trials and tribulations that we went through to make us who we are, those things cease to exist. So then what happens to your consciousness if it's not going through that funnel, going through that tunnel of bullshit? And God, quote unquote, heals all of our wounds, mental or otherwise. What if He heals our wounds and we just go back to the collective consciousness, and we no longer exist? At least not in any tangible form where it's like, hey, I like to play Nintendo. I like to play Nintendo games. Shit, dude, Mario is coming out Friday, and it's like Tuesday morning, and I'm like, my asshole's puckering. I'm excited. Okay. Well, guess what? You're living in a universe where you're a spirit and you're with God. No, praise Jesus 24/7. Okay, and the 420 elders and fucking bullshit and glory of God and bullshit. You're not sitting there playing Mario. Okay, you're not sitting there watching a football game. You're not sitting there with a big hoagie with your dick in your hand watching the latest game. Okay, you're not doing those things. Well, if I enjoy those things and those things don't exist, or at least aren't meaningful to me anymore, then is that really me? So I can't even say that I exist. Okay, and I can't say beyond any certainty that anybody other than me exists, because let's be honest, if we're talking spooky action, every single solitary thing you do could be just a figment of my imagination creating you. I create you. God created me, I create you. There's no proof that you even exist. You could be just there to do what you do for me. Think about that. You say, well, I have a life and I do this and I have this, that, and the other. Do you really? Do any of us have anything, really, when you think about it? Do we really have anything? Because, guess what? If there's really no distinction on a biological level, well, it's in biological, but just in a collective, if there's no distinction between life and or death, as in life continues on after death, it maybe not in the same way, but in a different way, almost like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. They're just two different experiences. Then you don't really own anything. Nothing you have is yours. And that's just on a collective. That's not even saying that you're a figment of my imagination. So everything you do, yeah, you do your life and, you know, the kids and the wife and the job and everything else. And, you know, what if you, when you chime in and you go ha 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 and laugh at my stuff, that's just to boost my ego, so I make a stupid clip and spend 41 fucking minutes talking about submarines and fucking balloons and flat earth to get me to motivate to do something else. Think about that. Your entire life is to motivate me. You don't even exist, technically. Now you think you exist, but you don't. Like, think about it. Somewhere out there, Dale T's taking a shit. I'm not there to witness it, but I know in the back of my head he's taking a shit somewhere. Right? We know that he does, but when you think about it, is he actually taking a shit? Or is it just that I know that he is supposed to be taking a shit, therefore he does? But is he actually really doing it? Now granted, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so he's probably not taking a shit, but, you know, everybody takes a poop every day. But do they really? Like, you have no proof that I pooped today. I'll be honest with you, I haven't pooped yet today, so then, well, that's just because I got fucked up balls, but, you know, you got no proof that I pooped today. Now, you assume that because you're a human being, everybody poops. You don't know that I pooped. You don't know that. I don't know if you pooped today. I don't know. I don't know what you did today. I wasn't there to witness it. My consciousness didn't manifest that into reality for me, so I don't know if it's reality at all. You see how that works? You see how that works? Now, you may have actually pooped today, but did you really? Or did you poop today so that I can make this distinction right now, right here, right now? What if the only reason you pooped, and the only reason you continue to poop, and the only reason you pooped since you were born was for this exact moment to manifest itself in reality, for me to make a clip about pooping? Think about that. You are fulfilling your destiny. You're fulfilling your goal. Your goal is to spawn on creativity of me talking about poop. That's the only reason you exist, is to make a clip about poop. Think about that. It's like, should we as Christians hate Judas for betraying Jesus? Well, God created him to do a certain task, and that was betray the Christ. He did his duty. He did his service. Does he deserve to go to hell? It's the same concept. He is fulfilling his destiny. His destiny was to betray Jesus. Your destiny was to poop. Now think about that. You fulfilled your destiny. Now, what happens after that? This clip is made. What happens now? Do you just cease to exist? Do you not poop anymore? I don't know. I assume there's probably a bigger picture. I would assume. I'd hope. You know. I want to see what I can get from you from like Christmas. You know, I would like the South Park game for Christmas. So maybe that, you know, maybe I have to coax that out of you. It's $60. It's a problem, but you know, maybe I got to coax that out of you. Maybe that's what the whole. Seriously, imagine if your whole life only existed to get me South Park for PS4 for $60 for Christmas. Think about that. What if that was your entire purpose? So that I could make this clip and talk about it and persuade you to do that. Think about that. Think about that. Everything that you do that you think is important, your family, your kids, wife, your house, everything, null and void. It all culminated to this moment, you buying me a Christmas gift of South Park for PS4, which you can find on Amazon, by the way. Just kidding, but no, seriously. What if you only exist to appease me on some level? You don't know that. You don't know that. Because, again, it's like little kids in Ethiopia. I know they're dying. I know that they have 2-liter Coke bottles with duct tape wrapped around their feet for shoes. I know that's a thing. Okay. Now, when I think about that, I get sad. I get annoyed. I get upset that that's a thing. What if their entire purpose is to suffer just so that I can have a poo-poo feeling about it for 30 seconds and then move on to, my life? Like abortion, another thing. What if abortion is simply here to A, divide us, and B, just make me feel kind of like, I wish it weren't a thing, I wish it didn't have to be. Now think about it. Thousands of unborn babies are aborted daily. They're chopped up. Their arms and legs are literally snipped and cut off. And just... And the whole point is just for me to have 15 seconds of feeling bad about that. That's the only reason that shit happens. It's basically like... It's almost like a Tetris block. It's one Tetris block as you're trying to build a wall. As you're trying to build... I don't mean like a Trump wall, but I mean like... you're trying to build a tetraminus or penis or whatever the fuck it is. Tetramino or tetra... Whatever the fuck it's called when you get 4 blocks. And you're trying to build up the wall. So, okay, you got the little kids being sad with the Coke bottles. That drops. You got the little kids eating worms and shit because, they have no food. Okay, you took a poop today. That's another block that dropped. And it creates this big overall narrative of my existence. And it's just for me. This is literally my universe. Because I can't say it's anybody else's universe. No, I mean, mine and God. I can't say anything else. Because, and now think about this. Now, let's say you do exist independently of my consciousness accepting you. Let's say you have a consciousness that does the same thing. Well, guess what? I am a figment of your imagination. We are all figments of each other's imagination. I am making this clip to entertain you, and my whole sole purpose is to make this clip to entertain you. And then to get you to feel sorry for me to go to Amazon and buy me fucking South Park for PS4, like today, because, well, actually, I only have like 3 days to play it before Mario, but that's neither here nor there. But whatever, or shit, even Call of Duty's coming out again. So who the fuck knows? Whatever you want to fucking do, I'll take it. But, what if that's my whole goal? What if that's the reason I exist, and that's to coax money out of you to get Christmas gifts so you feel good about yourself for doing something for an idiot like me? Now think about that. Because we could have 2 independent universes. Well, actually, you think about the multiverse, technically it is. I mean, the membrane between my universe and your universe definitely are very close to the point they're rubbing against each other. They're kind of getting a little rash going on. They're chafing at the thigh. Okay, so I'm intermingled with you, but I'm not intermingled with somebody in Texas that I've never met, know nothing about. Like, there are billions of people on this fucking planet that I've never met. I assume they exist. Because that's the way the mind works. It's like I can only compute, a handful of things. So when I hear that there's like 3 million people, New York alone or whatever the fuck it is, I can't compute all that. I can see maybe 50 people. I can compute that. But does that mean they are here right now? Or does my mind have to manifest them? Now, I'm told that there's X number of millions of people in just New York State alone. Is it true? Are they real people, or are they just NPCs? Are they just randomly generated people that just are here for fodder? Which makes it interesting. Like, if you're a psychopath and you kill a bunch of people, it's like, did they really exist? don't know. Because if you think about it, especially from like a video game point of view, a holographic universe kind of concept, we are all kind of connected, but not. So yeah, I could go on a rampage and kill 50 people, and those 50 people have 50 different families and have 50 different variants of friends. So what I do affects not only the person that I'm doing it to, but it affects a bunch of people around them. And then if it's, let's say, a big enough massacre, not only am I affecting the people around them plus the people that I have legitimately affected, but now I'm affecting everybody, potentially even worldwide. Like, for example, you take the dude who shot up Vegas, or whatever the fuck it was. He didn't just kill the people there. He affected the entire community. He affected the entire state. He affected the entire country. And this was global news. So you affected a bunch of people like, oh, wow, that's just horrible. That happened. Like, there's some dude in Britain somewhere with bad teeth watching the news report and saying, wow, that's horrible. Thoughts and prayers. And then he moves on. So everything we do affects other people. Now, it does kind of, fiddle out after a while, whatever you want to say, however you want to word it. It's almost like a kind of like an echo, or it's like hee, 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 and it kind of just fades off. So every action kind of does that. But again, if we're a holographic universe, I don't know you exist. I don't know if you exist. You could literally be a manifestation of my acknowledgement. You could be. Or you could actually coexist in your own universe. See, that's the thing. We could have separate universes that sort of just intermingle slightly. Because let's be honest, everything you do, you're doing for you and your family. And okay, what if your family doesn't exist? What if your family's not there? Your family is there because you want them to be there. You deem them into reality. Now think about that. Your kids aren't really there. You have no kids. You're just an idiot. Okay, you're just a schmuck. Okay, your kids don't exist. But then on the flip side, your kids do exist, and they're viewing you the same way. You don't actually exist to them. So we all have, again, if you're talking multiverse, we are all our own universe. So we don't really technically need multiple variants of like, oh, I went left today instead of right. No. You don't need that. We're all our own unique universe. Which actually is kind of deep shit when you think about that. Because let's be honest, the universe revolves around me. It does. It has to. Because I'm the only one that's important to me. Okay. Now, I don't mean that in a self-centered sort of way. Which is interesting. That's what Jesus tried to teach against, where it's like, it's not about the here and now. It's not about you. Store up treasures in heaven. You do these things to the least of these. You're doing it to me. So like, because the disciples are like, when did we feed you, Lord? When were you hungry and we fed you? When, did you poop and we gave you toilet paper? Whatever. And he's like, no, not me directly, but, somebody in need, you help them. You don't fuck with them. You help them. You don't try to take shit away and then try to make them feel like crap. That, oh, if you just try a little bit harder, you'll succeed in the American experiment. Bullshit. Okay, it's not what it's about. It's not what any of that's about. And I'm sorry, but Christian conservatives need to get back into the Bible and stop being assholes. Okay? It's not about First off, let me get off topic here, but what the fuck are you conserving? You're talking about a world system with a world government with a world political party, of two world political parties. Now we happen to look at it typically as like, oh, those damn those libtards they're destroying America. All the while, Republicans ain't doing anything else to help it either. I mean, seriously. To say that Republicans are the party of Jesus is fucked up when you look at what the Republicans want to do. Now, I'm not saying Democrats are the party of Jesus. I'm going to argue there's no such thing as a party of Jesus except for Jesus himself. It pisses me off. Because again, Christians, they flock to like one issue, and that's abortion. Well, guess what? Paul Ryan, and I've said this numerous times, does not give a flying fuck about the morality of abortion. He only simply doesn't want to pay for it. He doesn't want his rich masters, the people who are paying him, to have to pay for your abortion. He doesn't think they should have to pay for your abortion. That's the only reason. Well, it's small government and blah, 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 and it's great. Those are good Christian values. Are they? I don't know. I think a good Christian value is, stop fucking trying to hurt people. I mean, again, what are you conserving? You're conserving money? Basically, money is irrelevant. Money is not even real when you think about it. It is a printed piece of paper that we have deemed value to. You're basically trading created goods for this monetary assumption that we've put on it, at the expense of human dignity, at the expense of human life, at the expense of just being a decent fucking human being. Now, did Jesus need money? No, he had nowhere to lay his head. He didn't give a fuck. He was born in a manger, for fuck's sake. Okay, he wasn't born in the rich Marriott hotel. Okay, he didn't get room service. Why should we expect anything better? We're God's children and God wants to give that to us. Really? Maybe. Or you could store up treasures in heaven, you schmuck. Whatever. I don't want to get into that. But honestly, these people just really irritate me. Just totally fuck, they just irritate me. It's like... It's like they talk about what they believe, and they saddle up with a political party because it's quote unquote the better of the two, the lesser of two evils. Now, I'm sorry, God does not deal in lesser of two evils. Okay? God does deal in absolutes. You either worship him or you go to hell. You either get saved or you go to hell. That's it. You either believe in him or you go fuck yourself. There's no nicety there. There's no going past go collecting $200 just because. Okay? There's none of that. Even a game like Monopoly has a welfare system. You go past go, you get $200. So give me a break. Give me a break. Fucking bullshit. But anyways, I kind of went all over the place on this one. So, essentially what I'm saying, let's recap some of this shit, is that the dinosaurs could have created the pyramids, assuming there were some left over, and they were either taken over, possessed by the demons that were left, or they were manipulated humanoid shells that the demons took over. So again, when I say dinosaurs, I mean it either like Dino the dinosaur, Brontosaurus, or some sort of humanoid lizard like V kind of thing. Because you could technically have had both. You could have, and I don't know. You could have. Because if they were manipulating DNA, like, well, the Bible says that in the day that the coming of Christ will be as if it were in other things will be as if it were back in the days before Noah, in Noah. So in other words, what we see now means that what we have now must have happened then. So yeah, you would have had potential tablets back before flood. You say, well, that's stupid, that makes no sense. How do you know? How the fuck do you know? You don't know that. Again, we're taking it by stupid people who want to make up a stupid back history that makes zero fucking sense because they found 2 chips of bone in a fucking piece of pottery. And, oh, the caveman, because we evolved from monkeys and apes, so the caveman wouldn't have been very sophisticated, so they would have had clubs and bone tools, and they weren't very smart. Really? 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 Have you seen the pyramids? Have you seen the Sumerian architecture? Have you seen Göbekli Temple? Whatever the fuck that is, I can't say it. Göbekli, whatever the fuck that temple is. Have you seen that motherfucker? Have you seen that? No goddamn caveman built that shit. That sophisticated shit that we can't duplicate today. We can't duplicate that today. We, in our impotent wisdom, cannot duplicate that today. So to sit there, there's a caveman, ooga booga. Ooga booga, carrying a woman around by her hair in a club, ooga booga. Bullshit. 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 That's bullshit. Okay, that's straight bullshit. Now, yeah, there may have been cavemen. Now, first off, I'm gonna tell you right now, you see all these cave paintings and stuff? I'm telling you right now, probably 99% of the cave paintings that we see were basically outcasts from the community, basically retards who were shunned and thrown out of, gingers and whatnot, and people without souls and whatnot. They were thrown out and they go and live in a cave. Or hermits go live in a cave and, let me take a berry and smush it on the wall, okay, and draw a penis, okay? That's what you're talking about. That's what those cave paintings are. That's what 9% of them are. Or somebody, there was a storm and they took refuge in a cave and they stood there for, they stayed there for a day or two. That's all it is. That's all it is. Or the cave paintings and Captain Caveman. Remember that? Again, I don't remember that cartoon. That cartoon fucked up, but Captain fucking Caveman. This ain't Captain fucking Caveman. Dude, he looked like a fucking hairy testicle. And that's all I got to say on that. And he had a little cape. Oh my god, I want to watch that. I have to watch that. I wonder if it's on Hulu or something. Anyways, whatever. I mean, that right there in and of itself is bullshit, which proves to me that things are not as they told us it was. In fact, they, whoever they are constantly revising history. Every time we find a bone chip of shit, and it's like, oh, that was 100 million years ago. Well, shit. Oh, human life literally went from like 6,000 to 10,000. Now it's up to 150,000 or some shit, or 300 billion fucking gazillion. Who the fuck knows? That shit is so stupidly arbitrary, it's irrelevant. Again, I don't buy. That is one thing, and it might be tinfoil hat, it might just be ignorance, but I do not buy the collective timeline. Just because it's stupid and there's no proof to any of it. There's zero proof to any of it. It's like, because you gotta understand, you're trying to take the narrative of evolution and put it in there because, well, we had to evolve, so it took millions of billions of years, so we had to be millions of billions of years. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. And even if we did, again, you put a time dilation field in there, like I said earlier, you could have your cake and eat it too, literally. You can have your fucking cake and eat it too. You can have your human beings, your dinosaurs, your Satans, your fallen angels. You could have all that fucking shit. You could have evolution taking place all the while Adam and Eve were trapped inside this time dilation fucking field in the Garden of fucking Eden. The Garden of fucking Eden is outside of time. It is outside of time. It's either in a different, I don't even know. It could be a multiverse, I suppose. Like, God shifted us from one universe to another. It could be a multiverse. But I think there's more to it than that. I think there's much more to it than that. I think it's either, again, a multiverse or it's a other dimension. Like, there's a whole other dimension we can't see. It's there, but we can't see it. We can't access it. So it's one of those possibilities. Or I suppose it could have been in Atlantis and it is at the bottom of the sea. It could be in Antarctica and it's under a bunch of ice. It could, those could be possible. But I don't think God would rape the tree of life like that, though. In fact, the tree of life, if I'm not mistaken, is in heaven. So whatever heaven is, we assume it's in another dimension, or at least in another alternate universe, then it's still intact. So I don't think it's at the bottom of the sea or under the Although, I mean, it could be, but who knows? Who knows? But whatever. Now, I mean, you're talking some serious shit, though. You're talking some legitimately serious shit, because we don't know. We don't know past 10,000 years. We don't. There's no written record past 10,000 years. There isn't. I mean, as far as, like, any stability, as far as, like, oh, this blah, 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 blah. Like, for example, we could map out the pharaohs and the dynasties. We can map that shit out with relative ease now and relative certainty. Anything beyond that, anything like really pre-flood, Bible pre-flood, there's not a lot of information. Yeah, you find a couple temples here, you find a couple tablets here, Sumerian text here, Sumerian text there. But there's really nothing literally set in stone, in the sense that we know, for example, exactly how long that shit lasted, how long it went on. We don't really know. We speculate a lot of shit. And that's the problem. 99% of pre-flood history is speculation. And that's why I don't like certain things being implemented. Because again, if we had evolution in the sense that we view evolution today, as opposed to my version of it, like I said, the way it was in the early part of the clip, then you have to accommodate what you find to fit into that. But yet, you don't do that for God. God said everything was created in 6 days. Well, okay, if that is a truth, let's just say for an instant it is a truth, even though it's not scientifically possible, which I think is bullshit, because I think anything is scientifically possible if you really put your mind to it. I do think we could create we could create a universe in 6 days. Now, it might be a computer model. It may not be an actual physical, place. But you're telling me if you had a computer model that you couldn't then ultimately create a miniature version? You're telling me we couldn't create a miniature universe? I mean, you'd have to find a way to contain it, and probably a lot of power to make it happen. But you're telling me that it's completely impossible? I'm sorry, I don't buy impossibility. I buy massive challenge. I buy unlikely, but I don't buy impossible. So again, the idea, 6 days, it took 6 days of creation, and the seventh day God created, He rested. Okay, well, let's say that's true. How come you're not taking the shit that you find and trying to wedge it into that? Well, it's just... See, again, there's 100 million excuses. And again, I'm saying this from a creation point of view. I'm saying this from an evolutionary point of view. Okay, what we find is what we find. Fuck evolution and fuck creationism. If we find something and it points to evidence that creationism is a thing, then we should take that into account. If it points to evolution being a thing, we need to take that into account as well. Or if you could look at it from both ways, sometimes you find something that makes them both credible, or disproves them both. I mean, who knows? You can go any direction. So if that's the case, it bothers me that certain major scientists, the ones that you see all the time, completely discredit the Bible because, well, it just doesn't make sense. Stupid. Anybody who believes it's stupid. Well, what's more stupid? I mean, seriously, what's more stupid? Believing in something just because, or believing in something based on faith even though you have no proof? Which is exactly what you're doing on the other side too. Well, there is proof. Based on what? It's assumption. Not proof, it's assumption. 99% of science is based on assumption. Now, I understand, listen, I get the logic where, okay, we can't explain it, so we credit to God. Well, we come up with theories, we come up with principles, we come up with things, we test things, and we realize, that wasn't necessarily God, there's a legitimate reason for that to happen. So, okay, I admit the bar of it was God, it gets pushed up and up and up and up, and eventually you would assume that it would hit a ceiling, and it's like, okay, well, there is no God. because everything can be proven. Although, to be honest, I think that's stupid, because even if everything can be proven, that doesn't necessarily mean that God didn't engage it at the beginning anyway. Because there's still going to be that ultimate fact of, how did it all get started? Oh, with the Big Bang. Well, how did that get started? So even if you go back to that far, there's still the, how did that happen? You can never get past that. Like, no matter how deep you go into the fucking rabbit hole, there's always going to be, how did that happen? How did the Big Bang happen? Well, a bunch of this and a bunch of that, and blah, blah, blah. Well, how did all that stuff happen? I mean, again, it keeps going back and back and back. And no matter how you want to word it, no matter how you want to try to fiddle it together, it's still a problem. It's still a legitimate problem. Evolution cannot be proven, nor can creation. Now, I've always said I think you can have both. I think they are both interchangeable. That doesn't make me a weak Christian. That doesn't make me, an idiot because I believe in the Bible. That makes me somebody who looks at the evidence and says, okay, what are the possibilities? Because if it's a possibility, then it's just that, a possibility. Now, if I said anything in this clip that is, I may have disparaged evolution. I'm not saying evolution doesn't exist. It doesn't happen. But I'm saying it's not the end-all, be-all of how we got here. And I use the example, and this is a famous question, was it chicken? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, the chicken had to come first because the egg has an enzyme that can only be created by the chicken. So if the chicken wasn't here, the egg couldn't be here. Well, then how did the chicken get here? Or if the chicken came from the egg, how did the egg get here? Again, it goes back to no matter how far back you go, it's always going to be, well, how did that happen? How did that happen? There had to have been an actual starting point to life. There had to be. You couldn't just evolve from random shit. Like, oh, here's a bunch of building blocks and yay, complex life. That doesn't work that way. That doesn't work that way. You can't just have things just randomly turn into a chicken and the chicken's like, oh, I'm going to lay an egg now, bok bok. No, it doesn't work that way. There had to be an actual starting on point. Now, was that alien terra firma? Some fucker coming in a little plane, little spacely sprockets flying by and said, oh, there's a planet. Looks like it could support life. Here, let's just print off some fucking chickens and throw them out there with some grass seed. Okay. That's kind of what the Bible says God did, but, So, I mean, right there. If you look at logically, that proves God must have existed, or at least some variant of God. Maybe not God per se, but a being of something that came from somewhere else. Because, okay, where did the first chicken come from? Well, okay, if it was spacey sprockets, the Jetsons, and some fucker from another planet, and they're there, okay, that explains it. That explains it 100%. Now, it doesn't explain, okay, where did they come from once they were there? Again, you keep going back further and further. Where did they get their first chicken? Who cares? We can explain how it happened here on Earth. Like, oh, okay, there was life on Mars and a meteorite hit, and then all of a sudden something survived inside the rock and kind of intermingled with the soil, and next thing you know, life sprouted up. Okay, that works too. That does. I don't necessarily believe in that, but I think it does for the most part. It could work, let's put it that way. Now, where did Mars get its life? Who cares? That's not the point. The point is we can explain with relative certainty potentials of how life came to Earth. But ultimately, we have to acknowledge that life came to Earth. It didn't just happen. It didn't just... Something had to spawn that shit. Something had to create that shit. Something had to foster that shit into fruition. It had to make it happen. Now, again, it could have been a natural thing, a meteorite, or it could have been God. It could have been an alien in a spaceship. It could have been any number of fucking things. Or, yes, God willed it. A spiritual being willed it into existence. That is infinitely more likely than to say that, oh, there's block of shit, and life just magically sprouted. If that's the case, why does the moon have no life? Why are there no trees? Well, there's no atmosphere. Okay. Well, it just doesn't support life. Okay, fine. But there's other planets that could possibly support life. Do they support life? I don't know. Haven't been there. And if they do, what does that mean? Does it mean that God, aliens, whatever, terraformed a bunch of places? Maybe. That's infinitely more likely than to say that it's just, one-cell organism just poof and turned into, whatever it needed to be. Now again, I don't want to talk about evolution very much because I'm not downplaying evolution. I'm just saying I don't think it's the end-all, be-all of existence. I don't. I think it's there. I think it's a thing. But there's other possibilities as well that we should consider. Now, I'm just saying it from that point of view. I think we should consider other possibilities because we don't know. We do not know how it happened. We can't know how it happened. It's impossible to know how it happened, at least here and now at this moment in time. It is impossible. Because I'm telling you right now, let's just say God exists, and NASA knows God exists. The governments know God exists. The higher ups, the Illuminati, whoever the fuck, know God exists. Then why are they covering it up? Why do they fear God that much? Because they're controlled by Satan. That's really the only logical explanation. But I mean, think about that. Now imagine if they are. Imagine if everything is in cahoots. What if we were a flat Earth surrounded by a dome? Surrounded by a bubble? Or like a little hamster? Or like a little submarine sandwich in a hamster ball? Now think about that. And that's the truth. That's what we are. That's a fact. Let's say that is a fact. Why are they trying to cover it up? They're covering it up because they don't want to prove God. Why don't they want to prove God? Why? I don't understand that. Now, is it because most Christians are assholes? And they don't want to justify a bunch of assholes? Now, when I say that, I mean political Christians are assholes. Because they side with a political party, like I said earlier, that really does not give a fuck about what God had to say or anything about God. It's just, like I said, Paul Ryan does not want to pay for abortion. That's the only reason he cares. He doesn't care about the morality of it. So when you put that shit into perspective, maybe that's all it is. They don't want a bunch of asshole Republicans to get justification. Now, I think it's obviously going to be a little more than that because that was only 200 years, but I mean, whatever. Anyway, who cares? But seriously, what would they be hiding? Why would they have to hide this? Why would they have to hide such a thing? Which I admit, when you look at it logically, says that, okay, we're not a flat earth. We are what they say we are. Because why would they hide it? Unless you're taking God into consideration, and for some reason they don't want people to know God exists. But again, why? Why? Because it goes against the narrative? Like, you got people who are going, no, don't get me wrong, it happens in the Christians as well, but you got people who are hell-bent, and I don't think it's just for the, natural desire of history, but you got people who sole purpose is to disprove God at every single level. Now, I don't understand that. If you're Neil deGrasse or Greaseball, whatever the fucking name is, why are you so quick to automatically assume that God just cannot exist? Even if God, let's say God didn't do a damn thing. Let's say he didn't create a fucking thing. Let's say the Bible's just shit. Just complete lie. You tell me God, a God couldn't exist? You tell me an alien race couldn't exist that sent a terraformer who is our God? Or that God is a spirit or whatever? You're telling me that God couldn't exist? Even if all your evolution and all your bullshit and everything you want to think is true, because there's either proof or you want to make it true, whatever. Again, I'm saying it more of in a collective bundle of fuckery. like a potpourri of fuckery of, is there some potential proof what he's saying? Yes. Is there some speculation from what he's saying? Yes. So you put all that together. Let's say you're right. But you tell me God can't exist as well? Seriously? Why is a guy like that who thinks God is a complete, if you believe in God, you're a complete idiot. Why is he so quick to defend his position? Oh, you're stupid. You're stupid. That proves to me that he's got some issues. Okay. Because again, if somebody said, Kim Jong-un is a great leader, I wouldn't even think twice about it. It's like Jews for Jesus. It's like, trying to tell the Jew about Jesus that one time. Literally, her head spun around and pea soup spit out of her mouth like the fucking exorcist. Okay, they don't like Jesus. Well, if somebody said to me, Muhammad is the way, truth, and life, I'd be like, you're an idiot. And I wouldn't even give him a second thought. I don't believe it. But yet, there's this visceral reaction. Like you say to Tyson, whatever the fuck his name is, the black dude, you say to him, God exists, he just goes nuts. Just visceral reaction. Now, is it because he's disgusted that Christians are manipulating stuff to their own gain? Maybe. But there's more to it than that. There's way more to it than that. It's like almost like a conditioned response where it's like there's something, like I said, visceral is the only way to word it. And I don't understand it. Like if somebody said to me, God doesn't exist, I'd be like, hey, whatever, man. I believe in God. I love Jesus the whole nine. But I'm not going to sit there and go crazy over it. I mean, why is there such a guttural reaction to such a thing? And he does get uppity. He does. Now, if he came out and said, okay, I'm tired of talking about this. It doesn't make sense to me. Fine, I could deal with that. But that's not what he does. He literally wants to go out of his way to make fun of people and just say you're an idiot. Literally, he says you're an idiot if you believe in God. And that God can't exist because blah, blah, blah. Now, you're a man of science, right? You're a man of science. You go where the facts lead you. What if there's proof that God exists and you're like, okay, and you turn a blind eye to that? That's not very scientific. Now, is it? I'm sorry. You should want to know the truth, even if the truth isn't something you want to hear. Now, listen, I say that about God. If there's a proof that God doesn't exist, well, then guess what? I may not like it, but I need to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to know if there's proof God doesn't exist. Like legitimate proof. Okay. I'm not going to sit there and get a guttural reaction, even though I support one idea over another. It's like he's a fanboy. He's like these console fanboys. I almost said fag boy. Well, I guess I work too, but these fanboys are like, oh, PS4 is so much better. Well, actually, PS4 is better. It just is. Okay. Than Xbox One. It just is. I mean, there's no... That's not a debate. Now, you can like Xbox, but you have to admit the games run like crap compared to PS4. Now you got the Xbox One X. Yeah, you know what? Hey, it's better. The graphics look better than they do the PS4 Pro. They just do. But, you got fanboys like, oh, the PC Master Race. Ooh. Well, guess what? You're an idiot. I ain't got to defend that shit. I don't have to defend my console of choice. I don't have to defend, my belief in God with such a guttural reaction. Again, if somebody told me that Muhammad is great and that Muhammad is the only thing you need, I'm not going to go nuts over that and be like, and just start firing off words at him and just having a guttural reaction to, I don't believe it. That's not how it works. I don't understand that. So when I see people do that, there's something more there to me, and it only proves my point. It only proves my point further. because it is what it is. Anyways, I gotta pee. I've had to pee for like 45 minutes now, and I've been like, I'm laying in the bed with the tablet, and like I'm like wiggling my legs and shit, like just rubbing up and down and stuff. Like I'm literally chafing my thighs. I'm just trying to like almost I'm like walking while I'm laying in bed. Like I've been doing it for like 45 minutes because if I don't, I'm literally gonna piss myself, and so I really need to get up. So yeah, fuck you. This clip's over. Holy shit, I gotta go. Holy fuck. Oh.